Tell me about this life back here at Churchill Downs Derby Week. What's the vibe like,
First
man?
and foremost, I'm not a real player. I just know who the real players are.
Nah, you're a real
So I
player.
want to make sure that that's very clear. This life is crazy, man. These people, they breed this stuff. I mean, it's their whole life.
How important is these folks back here that work on the backside, though?
It's important's not the word. It's vital.
Vital.
Necessary. They are the plug. And if they were to not be supported, to not be appreciated, to not be taken care of, there would be no sport. Grooms, hot walkers, administrative people. I mean, without them, there's nothing. And without the media, even if they mess with people, they kind of get in the way on big weeks like this. The media they tell the stories. They're the reason that people outside of the sport know anything except for negativity. So it's you gotta have them.
You know, what's your earliest memories to this life?
Man, one of my earliest memories is there was a Gallup rider named Mark Cowan. Mark Cowan passed away a few years ago, but he worked for my dad, and he would always let me walk him to and from the gap, that gap right down there. He used to always let me walk him. I was a little bitty kid, probably 8 years old, walking these horses to and from the track, thinking I was doing something. I wasn't doing anything at all. You look back at the pictures now, and he's got a tight rein. Like, I'm not even holding the horse. I'm just walking beside it, thinking I'm holding it. But that memory was so cool, and it I think it's very reflective of the kind of people that are back here. Like, they're always trying to build people up. They're always trying to make the next generation feel special and do things. And that was that's probably my earliest memory. Right over there by Barn 12, there's a picture somewhere of me that's like a little bitty kid walking a big horse to and from the track. It's pretty cool.
Oh, you got a favorite moment?
My favorite moment at Churchill Downs is my dad's first grade one was a horse named Seek Gold, and my dad got a hold of him, and his first race for my dad was in a grade one, and it was the biggest purse that the Stephen Foster ever ran. And he came from last with Calvin Burrell and won by half a nose, a whisker, and that was my favorite moment here. And then man, I like the slower horses, to be honest, man. I like the ones that my dad has to really highlight his horsemanship and bring out a new level at any level of athleticism. He's able to seem to maximize the horse. And so I think it's really cool whenever we get a horse that's maybe a little busted and he's got to put some work in to get them at their highest performance, whatever that performance may be. So horses like Biker Boy, who had what they thought was a career-ending injury and went on to run for 3 or 4 years. And, those are some of my favorite stories. Yeah.
What do you think about what the real players inside the backstretch?
Man, Real Players is cool because it gives a voice to the stories that everybody in the sport knows. It's like these people back here. That's why you always see. You notice, look, you got to be crazy to be back here every day. Don't get me wrong, but everybody's happy. Like, you walk by here, everybody, good morning, good morning, good morning, and there's a reason for that. And I believe that it has something to do with community. And I think that this community is super tight knit, and they all love to support each other. And I think that that you being able to tell the stories that we all hear and see, and maybe don't think anybody would care about, it's really cool to see that people do care about it. People do think it's cool, and it's a really important, really cool thing that you're doing, man.